No Cillian Murphy, no problem. 28 years later is the best film of the year, let alone the month. I don't care who knows it. We're creating an echo chamber because a lot of people seemingly don't like this film. And a lot of people do, but they're just really quiet about it. If you don't like this film, that's fine. I'm not going to convince you. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to prop this film up and give it some love because I'm not seeing enough of it. If this film was a condiment, it'd be Marmite, and I'm about to defend Marmite. I can't believe it. Now, people don't like this film for like two different reasons. The first one is more just like technical stuff. They don't like some of the creative choices. They don't like the themes, maybe. They think it's contradictory in some senses. Don't like the ending, maybe certain pacing issues. That's all fine. Maybe I disagree with that, but at the same time, sure. Then there's other people whose grievances boil down to being a little bit more petulant. I think people expected one thing, they came in wanting something, didn't get it, threw the toys at the pram. And look, we've all been there, that's not lie. And the film doesn't help itself. It does market itself as a different type of movie, even sells itself as a different type of movie for the first 30 minutes of this movie. I think particularly for the horror genre more than any other genre, right? People will watch bad horror movies. They're there for the scares, they're there for the thrills, and if they don't get that, then they're going to have their backs up, and then I don't think they're going to be too open to the rest of what the film has on offer. I think you kind of see that kind of thing all the time. I think Across the Spider-Verse, I think that's basically a flawless movie. Straight after it came out, I don't think it was necessarily marketed for a long time as a part one, so people left feeling cheated, kind of. I think now people can return to it and watch it in a different context and enjoy it, but at the time, that's how a lot of people reacted. I felt like a similar thing is happening here a little bit. Talking about the positives of this film, I feel like the most boring part of this video because they're so obvious. Like, yeah, the cameras are fucking crazy. Danny Boyle is a mad genius. I mean, the bullet time they got going on, the action replays make you feel like you're watching on ESPN. You know, you're going to see all the best angles of all the best shots. It's crazy. It gives the film such a unique look. It ties it up visually and thematically with the story, I feel like, to the first one. I felt like people who didn't like this film probably liked Weeks Later a lot. That's a movie that I just couldn't get on board with, and I think this one perfectly pairs with Days. And this film's got heart, it's got hope coming through, it hugs this horror film. And like, come on, let's be honest, we all expect they were going to leave that island and get trapped on the mainland. The zombies are just going to get stronger and stronger hordes, you know, we're just going to ambush them, and it was going to be a fight to get back. That's what we thought the whole movie was going to be. Some people desperately wanted that. Once they return to the island, with one of the best scenes, by the way, I've seen in a long time, you're kind of left going, I thought that was going to be the end of the film, what now? And for some people, that's what they switched off, and that's where I switched on. I'll put it this way, right? If you loved the first 30 minutes of this film, which I also did, by the way, and you hated the rest, make a list of all the things you hated from then on out, and those are probably things that I loved. I mean, this film had me on the edge of my seat, it had me sunk into my seat, it had me levitating above it in certain scenes. Like, I had the kind of excitement and thrill for this film that people had for Sinners, and it was just kind of disappointing to come out of the film afterwards and not kind of get to share that with enough people. Visually, thematically, sonically, it delivered in so many levels. And yeah, like, there were times where I felt all the pacing feels a bit off here, but like, when you already really like a film and there's a few things dragging it down for you, you're going to give it that grace. You're going to go give it a rewatch, you're going to go watch it with fresh eyes in different contexts, you're going to go forth and watch like directors' interviews and stuff, and it's going to shine some light on some things you maybe didn't understand before. Not to say if you didn't like this film, you just didn't get it. I'm not trying to be that pretentious or anything, but you know, now I watch it and those pacing issues I had before are not pacing issues because I can see a larger story, I can see a plotted arc, like I can see where we're going, and it just feels right. It just feels like it all made sense for that for me. And yeah, the ending is jarring. Even if you love this film, that's a whiplash ending, is jarring. Again, you're going to give it that grace. If you already love the film, you're going to go back, you're going to give it another rewatch. It's not like they didn't know it's a whiplash. Like, not to say just because it's a director's intention means it works for you. And some people are cool with the ending, but they just don't know where it's going in the second part. And I think it very much is a second part. I mean, I know it's a trilogy, but even in the marketing that this hasn't been marketed as a part one and part two, because I think it very much acts as a part one more than just as the first one with a trilogy. They're kind of the failings of the film a little bit in people not kind of knowing what they're getting themselves in for. Some people feel that they can't like this film until they see the part two, to see what gets resolved, to see where these characters at the end go. For me, I'm just like, I watched a great film by great people, the next one's a great film by great people. I mean, these films were shot at the same time. Calling that end scene like jarring, like an MCU post-credit scene, just kind of jangling keys, it's like these were filmed in tandem. It's coming out in 6 months. Like, I just feel like they've got the momentum. Like, when I sat down and watched Doom Part 1, when I sat down and I watched Across the Spider-Verse, I had no doubt in my mind that when Doom Part 2 came out, that when Beyond comes out, I'm gonna think they're great and I know they're gonna deliver. And I just feel that because the people behind the camera have given me that belief, and the people in front of the camera as well, and I just know they're gonna deliver a great story, an interesting story with crazy characters, and it's gonna get dark, but then I feel like it's gonna get light. And this is even without their big hitter Cillian Murphy to step up to bat. Like I said, if you already like got pissed off by the film 30 minutes in, you was just hate watching it from then out, then you're gonna have no kind of grace for that at the end. And I think when the second one comes out, a lot of people are gonna look back at that end and not think it's some jarring whiplash moment, but actually it's a catalyst which the second film explodes from, or feel like the connective tissue. The next one probably carries directly on from that moment. Like, it's gonna, I'm just really confident. It comes out like in January. Like I just have that kind of feeling for this film, and it's played by Jack O'Connell, for fuck's sake, you know, like a character. He's a gas con. On screen is my Letterboxd score and review. I think I gave it a 4.5 because, yeah, sure, I will slightly reserve a half a star rating just in case Nia DaCosta delivers shite on a plate. That's my Letterboxd review. For some reason, that's the best I could think of for a film I like this much. But yeah, that was my favorite film that came out of June. See you at the end of July.